Hi everyone. How are you? Ready for the holidays? I can't believe they're next week. I'm going to put you up on my other phone. Hold on one second. Hi guys. So we have Migothic oat. See the little speckle in there? They're really, really delicate. I can't wait to show you guys. They're super soft. The palette is beautiful. You know I'll move everything out of the way. Okay, I got you over here. Let's see. Oh, the color is off on my other phone. Let's see if we can do it this way. Okay, so this is 10. Let me see if I do it this way, if you guys can see that there's little tiny specks in these gorgeous soft syrups. See the little tiny gold glitter? They are really sweet. But see, I turn it the other way and you can see the darker, like the little fuzz pieces. They're all color coordinated, so they don't stand out too much. They're very soft and subtle. Please excuse, I need to redo my nails. I've had no time for that. But you see the tiny specks, and then if you turn it this way, you can see the twinkling of the gold, really fine glitter. They're very sweet. They melt into each other very, very well. Definitely minimal-ish. Here, I'm going to put these back so you guys can see. See, and they melt like right into one another. We'll do this. They work great for underneath like a mat. You can still see the shine. It's a little bit hard to show on here, but you can still see it. See how soft and delicate they are? They're great for winter. Twinkle, twinkle, like a tiny twinkle. They're so, so, so cute. Did anybody pick these up during the sale? I'm going to move some of this out of the way so I can tell you what color it is, but like, let's get right to it. I'm going to take the lightest one, like the lightest pink. And this is MG15. This is what it looks like on here. Like it's a really pale pink. Pinkish. And it almost looks white. What did I use for that one? For the plaid one? I don't remember. Oh, turn this around. Do you see how soft? The formula is really, really, really easy to work with. I think you can see the twinkle while I'm doing that. I'll show you an up close of the brush. But they're just lovely. And they're lovely for people that want like a minimalist type look. And show you how easy they are to melt into one another. And they're perfect canvas for any type of embellishment. You see that slate twinkle? Very, very minimal. But yet really pretty and intriguing. That is just one coat. Okay, we'll cure that. Let's do a pink one, like a pink. All right, that is going to be 19. I believe you can get these all individually if you did not want the full collection. They're perfect for stickers or, you know, some metal work. There's some metal on these, but I did not chrome anything. We're going to do really easy designs today. Yes, the headquarters are in Toronto. Yep. Comes really fast. That's great. It's amazing. I think you guys did see probably the post that Sweeties put up. So the warehouse will be taking a break between Christmas Day and like January 2nd. You guys noticed, like, because Thanksgiving was so late, like the Christmas sale started early. So they've been dealing with lots of orders since November, like earlier November. So they need a little holiday time off. But don't worry, the website will be open. You can order and everything will just resume on the 5th, right? So, yeah. So that's one coat of this pink. I really do think that they look lovely with 2 coats. Oh, I used the gray too. So we're going to do that. Gray is a perfect, you guys see what I mean. There are tiny flecks, very, very subtle, which I kind of love. Because you really have to look close to be like, wait, does that have those little furry bits in it? It's not too much fur. And I'll tell you what else, it makes the formula like this. Like, see, non-streaky, very, very easy. 2 coats is perfect. 2 thin coats is perfect. This would be for like a quickie nail art, right? You could just get 2 coats of this base down and you're pretty much good to go with anything you want on top. When you have 2 thin coats and it looks that cute, that saves you time for all the nail art that you want to do, right? Get these out of the way. Not like when it doesn't focus for you guys. Let me see if I can bring it in a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I mean, that is just such a pretty, sweet little pink. All right, again, this is number 19. And remember, guys, when you're following, like if you love Migothic, you want to go follow their account because they'll show you some sweet designs, some sweet tutorials, that kind of thing. You see the difference between the 1 coat and 2 coats. Hi, Sherry. And I think 2 is plenty. It looks really nice. And then let's melt the next one. They are syrups. Anytime you're playing with syrups, if you feel like it looks a little streaky or something, I don't think these do, but if you do feel like that was syrups, give it a few seconds to self-level and even out before curing. But the cool thing is, like you said, you turn it one way, you can see the little deeper flecks of color, and then you turn it this way and you can see all the little gold shimmer. And that is a fine shimmer. Super fine and adorable. All right, 60. Twinkly. That second coat really does it. And I love that the little pieces are so coordinated to the syrup that it's very, very soft. So cute. All right, guys, don't let me forget to cure things today. Sometimes I do that. You can even, all right, I do want to do a full gray. But we could use one of those lighter colors as a base to do a melt, or you can just go right in and melt these together. They work really well like that. I mean, that's one of the best things about syrups is how well, or certain syrups, how well they play with one another and melt right into one another. Right? All right, so let's do that. So let's take a couple colors here. Let's take this green. That's 13. And we could take a pink or a peach. Let's do 17. All right, 17, the green. And let's take another one, maybe the blue, 12. That's the gray, actually. Let's do the purple then. Let's do this one. 11. Do something different. And I'll show you what I mean. We'll do 2 coats again. Jenna? They are. It's such a sweet set. They're so, I don't know, they're just precious. All right, so we're putting that peach on, right? Putting some peach on. We are not going to be super specific here because we're just going to let them melt into one another. Let's use the green. Pretty green. Actually, I could use more than that. And syrups, they just play so well with each other, right? They self-level into one another, and it's just such an easy way to do like a mixed color. It is. It has the finest. I'll shift them again for you. They have the tiniest bit of velvet in them, and then a tiny, 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 like champagne golden glitter. And it's funny because if you tilt it one way, you can see the tiny, tiny bits of velvet, or as I call them, hair. I say hair gels because it looks like little tiny hairs to me, but yes, velvet gels. And so if I turn it this way, you will be able to see the specks. I'll show you on a 2-coater because you can see it a little bit more. And then if I turn it up, you're going to see all the glitter. But it's really soft and subtle. Yeah. Oh, here's some that have been 2-coated. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, so if I turn it this way, you can see the tiniest detail of velvet gel. Very fine speckle. And then if you twinkle it in the light, you're going to see all that really super tiny, like champagne golden twinkle glitter. Yeah, super cute. All right, so if we are going to play with, let me see what else we have to do here. We have to do a full purple. Let's get all our bases done, and then we'll go in with the art to make it like that. Look at this purple. Yeah, very dainty. That's a great word for it. And the colors are muted and soft. And it goes very well with how delicate the velvet and the glitter is. Perfect. All right. We need to do a purple. We need to do a peachy one. All right, let's do that too. Let's do lighter peach. We did a pink. We need to do the lighter peach. All right, let's do this one. I haven't done one with this. This is 20. So that is going to be this last one. Well, that's a great nude. It's one of those mauve-y type, kind of goes on everyone, matches everyone. Peach mauve. Let's do 2 coats of this one too. And then we've got some bases done, and we can head into the nail art department. And I've got a couple things to show you there too. Some newness that I'm really, really, really impressed with. One of the new things we're going to go live with next week. And the other one is just something that I'm like really, really impressed with and had to show you guys. And I'll tell you why in a minute. All right, so our bases are done. That's what I mean. I love something like this that quickly, you don't have to be precise. It really just falls right into place. You see the little speckles, the velvet pieces, and then you see the little twinkle. All right. Very, very, very easy to use. And this one, do we need another coat on this one? No. Oh, we need to go back over our melty one real quick. Let's do that. Let's do the peach again. Just 2 coats, that's it. Doesn't matter if they overlap because we want them to. All right. That is what syrups are great for. We'll allow them to do their thing. Allow them to overlap with each other, melt into one another. All right. You see? Super cute, super fast, super easy. Let's put the purple on the other side. And what I mean by allowing them to melt, like look, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly ready for nail art. They just do their thing so beautifully together. I just love that. All right, so we're going to let that cure too. And then I think we'll be good to go. All right, so if I'm playing with colored pencils, there are a lot of matte top coats that will allow you to play with colored pencils now. Used to be that none of them did, right? But there's a bunch that do. So I'm going to wipe this inhibition layer off because I'm not using my Migothic matte. I am going to always choose for colored pencils the May Mode matte. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my colored pencils, which are cheap off Amazon. But this one allows me to get like the deepest coloration. All right, so I use that May Mode matte for colored pencils. You can use Yogo Mayo Yummy. You can use, like, there's so many, but I really like this one for the colored pencils. So we're going to put that matte on. And I feel like colored pencils is also sometimes a time saver because you can be quite sketchy, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. But if you want to do a quick plaid with colored pencils, definitely use a colored pencil matte top. Oh, I see one more. We need another coat on this one. It's kind of cool, too. Think about this. This is one coat, but it's on one of those totally clear nail pops. So this would look even better as one coat on your natural nail, right? Because we have some coloration underneath there. So it would definitely look prettier. But I like it with 2. Whatever your preference is. All right. So like I said, my colored pencils are cheap. They're from Amazon. I don't know. They're like adult colored pencils. They're not Crayola, but I don't know what brand this is, but they're just on Amazon. All right, wipe this. But I feel like this is a very easy way for us to get something on the nail, whether you're drawing a little cute picture, whether you're drawing a plaid. It's pretty easy to use a pencil and draw a straight line compared to a brush. Nice hard tip, right? You can use markers, whatever you want. All right, so I have to wipe this off. Like you see, it still almost has like a shine. It's like a matte, but a satin matte. So wipe it off. And then we can go to town with pencils. Okay. Let's take a red one. Oh, help me make a straight line through the phone. You see? Like it's really vibrant with this matte. All right. Let's just color it in. Keeping it sketchy. Right? can even go across. I feel like definitely with a pencil is easier than a brush for the across. I have trouble with that, especially looking through a phone. But yeah, very, very easy. You can do cute little cartoon types, you know, like with colored pencils. Keep it sketchy and fun, but very, very, very easy. Crooked, because I'm looking crooked. That's all right, let's fix it. Who cares? If you guys were looking straight at the nail, I'm sure you'd make it very nice and even. Acrylic or oil-based. I'm sorry, acrylic or oil-based what? Colored pencils? I'm just using the Migothic matte, and I feel like it's a very, very easy... this matte grabs colored pencils like the most that I've found. But like I think, I don't know what my colored pencils are. They're certainly not oil-based. They're just like cheap colored pencils off of Amazon. Yeah, just for a quick plaid design, right? We could put matte on top of that again. I also want to show you guys, here we'll do matte again, because I want to show you this sweet, one of my favorite things right this second. You've seen both sold on nail sites. Oh, go to Amazon for colored pencils, girl. Get cheapies. I just look up adult colored pencils. I'm pretty sure I have the colored pencils I use attached to my Amazon like link in my profile. I don't think I spend your money on great gels, but for something like colored pencils, I would just go Amazon. Yeah, I have things like watercolors and stuff like that linked in there that I've found off Amazon to be really of good quality. Like, I'm getting good results with it. So, yeah. I would try that. I just think colored pencils are fast. I'm going to use another matte on here real quick. I'm using the MD Gel matte. This is my favorite for isolated chrome, but I'm not going to do isolated chrome. We are going to use the new Migothic textured silver. Okay. Guys, I'm floored by this. I knew it was really going to be good. I knew it. And I know we all have a lot of liquid silvers. I get it. Well, the reason I knew this was going to be so good, do you see that it's thicker, okay, than, let's say, Nail Bio? Like, I love that. And I use that for tiny fine lines and tiny little details. This is more structured. It's more textured. But I know that she tests like so much. So I knew that this silver was not going to turn. I knew it was going to look silver with like the million top coats that she actually tested. It's really good. And it holds a tiny texture. So not that we're really getting textured right now, but I want to do this. Do you see how it holds like the little leaf texture a little bit? All right. I want to show you how easy it is to use. And I love it. I love this. I mean, hello. It's a great design. And let's just get like our Sweeties liner number 1. Right, so that's going to be like a little bit longer liner. Oh. Excuse me, guys. I got a tickle in my throat when I said that. You know how like you breathe in, you're like, what the heck? All right, I am going to dip into this. You see that? And I'm going to just, because I'm going to do the line part first, I'm just going to put a little on a palette and work through my brush. Can you see that? All right, so if I want the vine over here, I'm going to start at the top. And I'm just going to do a little vine. Okay. Nice little metal vine. Actually, and let's take another brush. I wanted to show this one to you guys because it's really kind of cute and it's different. All right, this is a Flicka brush. This is Art 3. Look at it. Isn't it cute? This is going to be perfect for those little tiny leaves. Oh, the silver is so nice. You'll see. Hold on. All we need is this tiny, tiny bit. That's it. Start down here. And I want them to hold a little texture. You see that? Has a little bit of a ridge. In my reels, I showed like a plaid almost. Yes, it's on the website. Yeah, this brush is sweet, Rebecca. So sweet. It's a Flicka brush. No, Art 3. We can make them really tiny. This is so reflective with all these lights on my table for doing this with you guys. It's almost hard for me to see it. It is so perfect. I don't have to keep working this into my brush. Okay, I'm just putting some on there. All right. You don't need to do it. If you want it to be a little bit more textured, like I said, I have a reel that'll show you. But it is beautiful. I almost feel like this is a piece of a thing instead of the vine. I'm going to pull that out. So simple. All right, ready for this? We're going to cure it, and you're going to see that it looks just as silver as what we just have on here, like really metallic. And then we're going to move on to something else. I'm going to go live with these next week for you guys. I'll show you. You'll like it. We're going to go live with these next week. I've already set it up. Tuesday, I'm going to be on here and I'm going to show you these. Okay, this is the new Art Fit gels from Mythmillo. So I will get some good examples going and we're going to come play with these. So these are gel paints, new from Mythmillo. They are awesome. This one's like a sheer cheek, you know, for like the little blush. But the rest are all really opaque and they're amazing. Okay, so we're going to play with those next week. But that is what I use to make those little berries. They are no wipe. And what I did I kind of like this silver standing out with the matte background. So we're just going to hit this with is it shiny with a top coat? Yep. Oh, 100% Rebecca. I think she tested hundreds of top coats. Like that is the biggest thing. We know this, right? We all know this. It can be a problem with those metallic silvers. A top coat goes on there and bam, it's dull, you know? Not this one. And I'm going to hand top coat it, like hand paint top coat it so we can keep the nail matte. But here is the red from the Art Fit. Oh, it's so good. It's like it's cheery. I think I put Art Fit. I think I put Art Fit up yesterday on my account. I don't know. Can't keep track, guys. But I do not need to go over this again with the red. All we need to do is hand paint a little no wipe top on the silver. I mean, or you can overlay the whole thing if you want to, right? And do that on another one. Let's take the plaid one and I'll show you this again. Okay. Let us do that. Okay. All right. I'm going to take the long liner again, just to show you guys how easy this is to do. And I'll put no wipe on top of the whole thing of this one. It is so good. I knew it would be, and it did not disappoint me. So good. May Mode Textured Silver. Okay. You can get super fine. If you go to my reels, you'll also see like a scratchy looking center. Like it holds texture so beautifully. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how to put it. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words today. I don't know why, but I am. Oh, guys, it's so good. I had to show you. So I had to use it in these designs. And I love this pot. I love it. It's not messy. You've got this lip, like that you can wipe excess off on it. It's really good. And it's relatively new. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Which liner paint, like which brush am I using, or this silver? This silver is the new May Mode Texture Silver. So yes, I'm using it really thin here and not making it textured. But you can make it textured. There is no gold. There's no gold. No one has ever made a liquid gold that is worth anything. Yeah, I know. I love it. Look. It's so awesome. Listen, I definitely think there's some companies that if a gold was possible, they would have made it. Okay, they're excellent companies and they've made some really great things, but it just does not work that way. To line this, just the little silver parts, I am going to use, if I can find it, I'm going to use my clear liner. Where is it? You can use the clear tops that have the liner brush. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Here it is. Like this. So clear's awesome. A gold would be awesome, but I do not hold out hopes for that. I've been waiting for about 5 years and I've never seen one that I like. And I'm picky. I am picky because I love gold. But I'll tell you the tip. If you want gold, you have to go chrome. And an easy way to do that is to use the Mine Be Meta Gold, and then just chrome it, okay? Or the LAP Gold, or, there's so many options, it's not even funny. Yeah. All of the golds that I've ever seen are basically silver with a tint. And I don't want that. Okay, so that's why I say, no, thank you. I'd rather just chrome. If I want gold, like my finger, that is gold chrome. Okay, I used Mine Be Meta Gold to do those little outlines of the petal and chromed it. Yeah. I'll show you it. It's right here because I use it so much. It's right here. But there's other ones. If this is sold out, there's other ones that are just as good. Mine Be Meta Gold. See, it looks like this. And no, it does not look like liquid gold, but it's a great gold. But if you want it to look like liquid gold, like a real gold chrome, all you do is chrome it. It's no wipe. It is wonderful. And I've used it all the time. And look how much is left. Because you use the tiniest bit. Okay? So these are like amazing products. And there's other brands that are very similar, that if that one sold out, if you ever have questions like that, please DM me. I am happy to answer them for you. Happy to answer them for you. And suggest something else. Usually I would use a liner brush, but if this, I'm going to do this real quick to save us some time. Okay. You see how silver it still looks. All right. Lots of the Career products, you have that option to get the L option, and that's going to give you a liner brush like this instead of their flat brush. Both brushes are excellent. Okay. But if you do a little detail like that, go ahead. Another really quick way to embellish these sweet little velvet glitters is going to be Blanc Blanc stickers, okay? Super easy. If you've been joining us lately for lives, I've been digging my snowflake stickers because, again, it's a time saver. Such a time saver. Their stickers are thin. They're never going to rip, okay? They're really, really, really easy to use. All right. And I really think a side snowflake looks really cute. All right, so once you stick that on, I did remove the inhibition layer, okay? Oh, don't. Let's just get it on there. So cute. So cute. And we didn't have to paint it ourselves. Although if you like painting snowflakes, which I actually do, this is a good thing to look at. It gives you a nice how-to area, right? How to do those petals or little pieces of a snowflake. All right, and all you'd have to do is put a clear on there. Let's use no stiff right now. Oh, and I want to get a draggy brush and show you what happens with that silver with the drag. And I'm pretty sure that as soon as you guys start seeing everybody using the silver, it's going to go quick because it's really good. It is so good. I was really excited when I saw it pop up there. So I was like, oh. I saw her testing all these top coats and I was like, look silver, look silver, look silver. That's the biggest, oof, right? It's a disappointment. And trust me, there's some good silvers out there, but this one is really, really cool. All right. Still looks metal, guys. Let's use a different top coat on this one. Just to show you guys, because that's not fun. That is not fun when you're trying to finish off a nail and you're like, oh, I need that specific top coat or the silver is going to go away. It's not cool. All right, not with this one. Not with this silver. Let's find a scratchy brush. I want to show you how textured it can be too. Sorry, I'm almost out of this. So I need some. There we go. Good dollop. All right. Still going to look great. And I love that. Still looks metallic, nice and good and bright. We'll do that, okay. Let me get a scratchy brush and show you that too. Where did our purple nail go? Did I use it for something else? Maybe it's in the lamp. Oh, might be. I don't know. See? Perfect. 2 different top coats on the silver. Ignore my naked nail. I swear. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. Let me get a scratchy brush. I believe it says, unless they're already sold out, that if you purchase the Mamo textured silver right now, you get her stiff brush because, and this is my ratty brush. This is an old craft brush that's kind of glued together in some places. So it's not great, but it's going to show you what I wanted to show you. We're going to ignore that it's not great. Okay. Just going to get some of this on here. Just dipping it in a little. Right. See, I have some on the brush. I'm sure I prefer hers. But I want to show you this. I don't know if you can tell. And maybe we'll use a scratchy thing. Can you see? Let me see if I hold it up further for you guys. Use a stiffer brush. This actually will hold like texture, like a scratchy texture or a stippling texture, etc. So you can cure it and you can go back in and make some more scratch marks, and it actually holds it. So that when you look at the nail, here I'll show you. And if you're using the right brush, which I don't have, this one's kind of nice and it's raunchy really, but lots of times I drag stuff with it because it's kind of hard because it's ruined. Sometimes these ruined brushes are great for stuff like that. But here, I'll do it with this liner too. It'll hold an edge, right? I think you can see it in this. Do you see the lines in that? Like slight lines, like that texture line. If I could find my Christmas tree one, let me see if I can find it in my bag of nails. Bag of nails, where is it? Here it is. Yeah, it's cool. Look. You see what I mean? Oh, sorry. You can make it textured. And it's cool. I mean, I stuck a sticker on it, but you see what I mean? Like you have that slight texture to this silver, which is really beautiful. I love that it can do that. It's not one that's so super thin that it just kind of, falls flat, right? Here. That's done. What is sticky on my brush? I don't know, probably a top coat or something. Oh, I need this all the way over here. I'm right-handed, guys. This has turned into a silver show, but you know what I'm saying. These types of gels really lend themselves to embellishment, even if it's not silver embellishment. But see, you can go and put texture on the nail with this. It's going to stay there, which is kind of cool. Oh, this is going to be good for tweeds, guys. Really good. All right, so kind of a scratchy look. You see what we just added there and how much it stands out from the rest of it? You can do this with this gel. Any metallic gel, I'm not going to say you should, blob it on in a big solid blob. Something like that, I think you should do with clear and chrome it. Because why not? It's a big solid blob. But this is curing beautifully. Everything that I've tried with it anyway. And it's unique. And it stays silver. So, why are we... What the heck? I feel like it's blurry. All right, I want to cure that. Very, very cool. Super cool. Yeah. Look how sweet these colors are, you guys. I did this pink one. We did the purple. Oh, here's our plaid. It's so delicate. Oh, and by the way, if you're into bows, you will find so many bows from Blanc. So many. I mean, oh, look, that one's cute. Let's do that. Black ones, white ones, pink ones, blue ones. So many bows. Clearly, I needed some water before our live today. Having issues. Sorry. Like I said, next Tuesday I'll see you again. We're going to play with those Art Fit gels. They're awesome too. So that'll be all about gel paints next week. All right, where do we want this? Up the top? Maybe. And look, that would be bent. So these are good enough that you can like reposition them. Right? And not break your sticker, which, oh my gosh, I love. All right, then we press it down. Maybe we'll add a touch of silver. This is clearly my vision when looking through the side of the phone. It's okay, guys. Thanks for understanding. All right. Just easy embellishment. Still shows off that delicate, soft syrup. Velvet syrup. You guys see what I mean? All right. You can even put a clear. If you wanted to do a clear, you can. Let's do another top. All right. I'm using all kinds of tops. You guys use your favorite top. I promise it's still going to stay nice and silver. Yep. Amazing. I'll put something 3D on top of that when we're done. But if you guys have any questions about any products from Sweetie Nail Supply, please feel free to always DM me. If for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Lauren. I'm Inspo by Nails. Hold on. I'll put it on here. Inspo by Nails on Instagram. And I'm happy to answer any DMs about Sweetie's products and help you find what you're looking for. I know it can get overwhelming. You can get lost on there. But very sweet collection. This is my Gothic Oat Velvet Gels with Little Twinkle. Too many things on the table. But you guys get the picture. Really, really sweet and very easy to use. Super formula of self-leveling and melt into one another beautifully. Okay, so that is it for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.